7.
So what if I told you that some of the most important skills that employers are looking for today have nothing to do with the job title that you're applying for, the degree you have, or even your major? Well, that applies to soft skills, which is what employers are looking for today. So soft skills, this iceberg here represents your entire skill set. Your hard skills are things you've learned, like if you're in IT, coding languages, certifications, stuff like that you have. The soft skills are your interactions with people, how you work on a team, all of those things. And as you can see, they're a much bigger factor in the picture. And just like the Titanic, if you don't have those soft skills and you're not paying attention to that bottom part of the iceberg, you can be sunk really bad in your career. So this is important. All the new employers are looking for it. Collaboration in real time is a big thing now. Everyone wants you to work in a team. Everyone wants you to be able to get along with everyone, because they don't want to have to deal with everyone fighting. That just takes away from productivity. So that's why soft skills are very important in today's society. So our agenda is, first I'm going to talk about adaptability, then Eric is going to go over work ethic, and then Corey is going to go over teamwork, and then Maxine and Michael are going to go over attitude, positive and negative. And so we'll start off with adaptability. Basically, a lot of employers out there view young people as very stubborn, not willing to change, not willing to adapt to what they want to do. They interview someone and they say, oh, that guy had no interest in what we were doing, he just wanted to talk about what he's good at. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to fit into their company, their environment that they have set up already. So this is important in interviews. If you don't know what you're talking about, say that you're willing to learn. And don't pretend like you have it all figured out and you're just making it up as you go. Just let them know you don't know that yet, but you're willing to learn and adapt to what they're throwing at you. Because like I've said already, employers like adaptability. So with my personal experience with this, I was hired about 7 years ago as a dial-up technician at a internet service provider. And so then 3 days in, so I started on a Monday, on Wednesday they came in at the end of the day and said, this whole center that we have is no longer going to be doing dial-up, you guys are only going to be doing DSL. So we're switching the training from dial-up to DSL, and that's your new job title. The next day, 10 people had quit out of the 30. So 1/3 of the class was gone instantly. So then 4 months into working that job, they actually changed us from DSL support to fiber support or FiOS. And so then we had more people fall out. We had a lot of people that were very unhappy with the job and made it known and were very disgruntled in meetings and things like that. But I kept working because, they offered training this whole time, so I was just learning everything that they were throwing at us. So I actually achieved top results, and at 6 months in, I was promoted to team lead over people that had been there a year, 2 years longer than I had, just because I was able to learn and adapt to that environment. So now Eric is going to talk about work ethic.
Thank you, Alex. What is work ethic? So work ethic is a set of value based on the determination of our work. So how can you demonstrate good work ethic? So first, you have to show respect. You have to manage your time wisely. You have to put the company first. Also, the two important piece of work ethic is the punctuality and good attendance. So I'm going to pass on to Corey for the next slide.
So, as they kind of already mentioned how, the hard skills are important to have, but the soft skills are, the image of the iceberg that you showed, how the soft skills are very important. Employers want more collaboration more than ever. Anyone in here that is, currently working at a job or hadn't had a job probably is very well versed in experience with, you have to work in teams pretty frequently. So you can be a really nice person and you can know your job inside and out well, but if you can't work in a team setting with, in a team environment, then you're still not going to go very far. In fact, in the company I worked for, we recently had to lose an employee basically because, he was a very nice person. They knew the job very well, but they were just not dependable, it's late, usually the last one into work, first one out, frequent breaks, things like that. So you couldn't depend on them to do the work. And then they would frequently, try and take the easiest stuff and leave the harder stuff with the rest of the people and just, didn't communicate very well with the rest of the team. So it's important to not only just be polite and professional and all that, but you have to be able to work with people in your office or wherever your work environment is. So like qualities of a good teammate, probably the most important one is being dependable, being able to have your team rely on you to be in there day in and day out, not calling in sick all the time or showing up late, taking breaks all the time, being there and putting in your time doing the work. And then another important aspect of teamwork is communication. How well can you convey what needs to be done with the rest of your team, and make sure that you're on the same page as everyone. And then it's also important to be willing to do your share of the work, or go above and beyond, because sure, you can do the bare minimum and probably get by, but you build a reputation amongst your coworkers on how hard you work and what you do. So you want to show that you're putting in the effort and you're willing to go above and beyond to make an impression on the team that you're there to work. So assisting a team, it helps you, or it helps the company obviously because they get the job done, but it also can help you because, like I said before, you build up that reputation of what your work reflects on who you are as a person to your coworkers, because that's what they see you for. So if you're putting in the work, anytime it comes time for promotion, things like that, your managers and your coworkers are going to know who's been putting in the work and who hasn't. And now Michael and Maxime are going to treat you guys to a quick skit.
All right, so I'm going to be the manager. Maxime is my employee today. Hello, Maxime. How are you today? How was your day? We are all day going. Good. I want to ask you please to prepare me a sales report for the last 3 quarters.
Oh, really, Michael? When do you need it?
Like next week.
Next week?
Is
I
that
don't think
hard?
I have time for that.
Okay, and now we're gonna switch. Is the manager now?
Hey, Michael, how are you today?
Wonderful, great. How are you doing, sir?
All right.
Awesome.
Can you compile me a sales report from the last 3 quarters?
Sure. And do you have a timeline for that?
Maybe next week, maybe Tuesday?
We'll get that done, no problem.
All right, great, Michael.
Thank you.
And then Michael's going to go.
So we're gonna start with positive attitude. So positive attitude actually the key word to succeed in any job. And that's from my personal experience too. Be nice to people and respect everybody around you. That will take you far in your job. Fill your mind with positive input and always surround yourself with people who have more knowledge than you, so you can learn from them and they can introduce you to the next level. Control your language, try to not say anything not professional, and be professional around everybody, and just try to motivate your team and the people who work with you, because we spend most of our time working, so we're going to be spending it with the people around us more than we see our family. And Maxime will tell us more about negative attitude.
Thank you. So I'll talk about how to avoid to have a negative attitude. So first of all, I'm going to talk about only give constructive criticism. So you only have to help your coworkers to be better, to improve yourself, so don't bring them down. Second, avoid negative thoughts. So one technique on how to avoid negative thoughts is to write them down for a better understanding, and then try to remove them from your mind. Next, don't try to fix what is not broken, so don't waste your time and energy on something that don't need to be done. And finally, failure is great, so failure will help you to grow and to learn in your future career, and it will prepare you for your future success. And now, I'll conclude.
Yeah, so in conclusion, what we talked about today are 4 of the key soft skills that we liked. The first one was me with adaptability, and how me being able to overcome the minor job changes that were thrown at me, I was able to actually move up in the company. And then Eric with work ethic talked about how employers are looking for people that are willing to go that extra mile and be on time, all that good stuff that employers want. And Corey talked about teamwork with our environment, how we're more collaborative every day. Without teamwork, you're going to have a real hard time succeeding. And then Maxime and Michael gave us a great skit about attitude and the differences you could see just in how they responded to each other, just even in that little skit, based on the different attitudes that they were given. So, is there any questions? Thank you.
Okay.